Let's go to our man, Paul in Henderson. Oh, he's been up. He's been...
We got a lot of action in those cryptos.
Oh, baby. Cryptomania. What's happening, brother?
Cryptomania. Happy 4th, gentlemen.
Happy 4th,
man.
Oh, man. So Friday, after we spoke early in the morning, Friday about 5 p.m. Eastern, approximately, we had a huge volume spike in all the cryptos, and I thought perhaps maybe it was just, monthly expirations, or the expirations of the contract. But they look pretty good here. That it consolidated on that 2-hour chart pretty much all weekend, which is kind of rare after a huge spike up. And it looks like they're going again. So I just kind of want to get your take on how you think these things look, Tom.
Perfect. Stay right there, folks. Paul,
right.
Tommy, myself, we're coming right back. We're at $65.95 on Bitcoin right now, up $700.
Not bad. Yeah.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with Paul from Henderson, Nevada. We are talking cryptos, and there's no doubt Bitcoin got a nice pop over the weekend, up $700 right now, trading 66.01. And I suspect that let's put the crypto watch up. Do we have
Sure,
it? So,
yeah. That's
because I'm sure that. So how these other cryptos perform, Paul?
They're all doing really well. I actually entered Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash over the weekend, but Bitcoin is kind of like, where Bitcoin, the market goes, where Bitcoin goes.
No, I'm with you. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
kind of like the S&P 500, if you're watching.
I was just pulling up Friday afternoon. There's Friday afternoon in the chart, so we have it up there on Crypto Watch. We were under 6,000 coming into the close of trading Friday, and then, yeah, we got quite a boost starting really at 6 o'clock. We go from 5,900 by basically 9 o'clock. We're at 65.45. We trail off a little bit, and then this morning at about 9 a.m., we get that jump from 6,300 all the way 66.81.
Hey, Tommy, can you pull up a 2-hour on that? And I want to see.
Sure.
We got a pretty clean ABC up, it looks like, at least on the 2-hour chart, and we just broke this morning. Considering these volumes are correct.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Looking at the A somewhere overnight, and then the B up here, and the spike last.
So what's that B? 65.45.
Okay, that's Friday
right?
we're looking at. So like the low Friday to, yeah, so you're looking at a low of like 57.80.
So it's about a 600 A to B, right?
About 700 almost.
700, okay. Then
And then you come down to low, call it, what, 62,
7,000 then.
Yeah, about
approximately 7,000. And it's cool, Paul. I don't know if you've heard Jason Path yet, but he's coming up next. And,
sweet.
We were looking at his charts. He's got a lot of good Bitcoin charts.
He's got some great charts here, and he'll explain how he looks at that market. And he was looking for a bounce also, and of course he got it. It looks like Bitcoin basically didn't jump off the cliff, man.
Yeah.
It
saved itself. I don't know if the S&P is going to save itself, but Bitcoin did.
Well, the thing that's intriguing is that if Bitcoin gets some juice out of here, it did everything that a normal time in the trade equity would do, meaning it comes back to strength, had lighter volume, no one's talking about it, test that area, and then takes off again. And the real question is going to be, does it take off with strength? Because if it takes off with strength, it's going to be, wow, okay, here we go again, man. So, we'll see.
Especially on that weekly chart, because you were showing us on Friday, that weekly chart was just really clean, moving up with dramatically higher volume.
Yeah, no, it was.
All the way back down.
And, it's a classic, man. I mean, it's quite a pullback, but it's also a classic. It's like, okay. And we know Bitcoin, Bitcoin can, go up $4,000 in a heartbeat.
I know. I want to say it's also, classically parabolic, where it just goes back to zero, when I look at that chart, in terms of... that's
listen.
That's not exactly screaming.
19,000 to 5,900. Yeah, that's.
And just the way that that wasn't a slow and steady normal rise from 2,500 to 20,000.
Right.
It was kind of some overnight euphoria almost. But
I just hope the trading market's back. I hope we can get some good trades, at least a little bounce, and we'll see how it shakes out.
It looks to me like you got it. Yeah, you have a trading market. Yeah, I mean, and that's listen. The bottom line is that that's all it takes. And remember, folks, okay, right over the Nadex platform. Bottom line is that the spreads, the weeklies and the monthlies open today.
Yeah.
So you're going to have two different spreads that you can trade on the bullish or bearish side.
Yeah.
So as to a market, well, guess what? We have a market here.
Yeah, no, I would agree. Because we've
Awesome.
gotten...
And then 4th of July weekend, there's people that want to trade still, so perhaps this week, we might get some real juice going on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see it for sure. And we kind of just hung around that 6,000 mark for so long.
We did.
And now we've shot under it. Now we've shot over it. So maybe we'll get some volatility after it just kind of hung out.
And what happens there is, whoever bought, is getting rewarded pretty quick.
Yeah.
I don't think we've had Bitcoin up 10% like in at least a couple months, right?
No, it's a big one. Yeah.
It's a big number, and
Definitely.
that's...
This is a daily chart I have, and you can see since basically the beginning of May, it's just been downtown. So, which is 2 full months. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, thanks so much. Enjoy your 4th of July, and I'm looking forward to hearing the next gentleman. With
you're going to have to keep us up to date as to maybe there'll be a new token that starts moving, or between the ones that you already know about, if one of them's moving better than another. Because what I've found is this, is that sometimes that whole deal changes. Like, when gold gets a vicious pullback, what ends up happening is that equities that were the leaders, all of a sudden there's a different equity that's a leader. Do you know what I mean? So it'd be intriguing to see if any of these other cryptos get more push than they normally had, you know what I mean, and the first get-go on the way up.
Don't give us any that are going under 1 penny, though, Paul, that are the 800 that was in the headline.
No, I like the ones that over a couple bucks.
So was that
Sometimes the ones
Friday's
that are in the
headline?
pennies-
No, this is morning.
This is today's.
This is morning. That's why I'm joking, Paul, that I have a headline up here, and so over 800 cryptocurrencies are now dead as Bitcoin is 70% off its record high. It's just a CNBC article, but it talks about how there's that many cryptos under less than 1 cent.
I can't even imagine how much money's lost.
That's it, and I'm actually surprised it's only 800 because anybody can put out an ICO, and you're telling me there's only 800 of them? I bet there might be more. That's probably the ones that have actually achieved some type of value before pulling back, as opposed to the ones that maybe never even made it over a penny.
Wow.
But pretty remarkable in terms of how much money, like you talk about.
Yeah, it's sad. I know a couple people that got stuck in Verge coin. I did have a few thousand shares of them, which it wasn't a big deal, but they came out, they did a deal with Pornhub, and it just collapsed. It went from 80 cents, now it's hovering around 2 cents.
Man.
And it might be one of those ones to add to that bucket of 800.
And that's a great example, isn't it? So that's one that's not even listed under a penny in there.
Yeah.
And that's quite a
2
wipeout.
cents.
That's quite a wipeout. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's hard to comprehend too, because what happens when you get like 80 cents, people will tend to buy more shares than they normally do because they say 80 cents. Well,
Sure.
It's not going to go down. It's got to go up because all the other ones are going up. And all of a sudden, it's at 2 cents.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, man. Well, listen, you have a great
right,
one, a
guys.
safe one. We're going to be bringing Jason up so we can bisect and dissect this Bitcoin market for us.
Looking forward to it, gentlemen. Have a good one.
You
Okay,
too,
man.
Paul. Thanks.